Oh, who's this beautiful fellow? Who's that beautiful fellow? Hiya! God, he's so beautiful. That's such a dragon. Like, it reminds me of that, whatever that dragon is, they just added to Monster Hunter and Iceborne. That's just a big red dragon, and there's like nothing else to it. What a fucking dragon. What a crystal. Oh, here it comes. Oh, man. Here we are. It's time. Final Fantasy... Oh, I gotta remember my buttons. Final Fantasy 1 from 1987. This is the PSP version, released in 2007. And this is a very good game. It's one of my most favoriteest games of all time. That being said, I never finished this game. I don't know why, I got really close to finishing it and then just didn't. Alrighty, so when I play this game, generally, when I say generally, I mean literally every single time I've ever played this game, I like to run with a warrior, a white mage, a black mage, and a red mage. This time we are rolling with Yub, we have Shurko, Peebus, and Fark. Peebus and Fark were viewer suggestions. Friend of the channel, Corgian, and his chat helped me name these two. Yub is, that's me, I'm Yub. And then Shurko was one of the auto names because I never know what to call my white mages. I figured maybe one normal name on this crew would be fine. But this is our crew. These are our guys. We're gonna begin the game with this party. Ooh. A dark and dreary day where the cardboard clouds are drifting through the skies. The world lies shrouded in darkness. It's gonna be the voice acting LP. The winds die. I just learned the Klingon word for die earlier and I forget it. It's really fucked up to pronounce though. It requires a lot of phlegm. The seas rage. And what else? The earth turns to pee-pee. Oh god. I'm too dry. I'm too dry to do this or speak Klingon. But the people believe in a prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. And Yubari will take a drink of his water. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. As the color of the background flickered, and in the hand of each was clutched a crystal. A crystal. Shing, 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 bling, 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 pew. And here I am. Just start standing right in front of the... I always thought that was weird. I'm like, oh, we're just dropping right in here. Okay. Well, let's go straight and talk to the king. The king of Cornelia. Oh, yeah. So, that's a good talking point right there. So I have a speed up button in this. I'm not going to use the speed up button in the playthrough, but I am going to do grinding between episodes. Those crystals! You must see the king at once! Well, if you get out of my way, buddy. Welcome, travelers! I am told you carry crystals. Is this true?
Yeah, they're right here.
It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness fills the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Check out my sick chocobo statues. Chancellor, Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. That's Palpatine. Palpatine's behind it all. The king? Yet they stand before us, with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal bearers, there is a task I would ask of you. Would you not rescue my daughter, Sarah? Yeah, sure, why not? Garland, a knight once in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask for you brave Jedi Knights to aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Coruscant. I had to remember the fucking planet name. Garland has taken revenge in the Chaos Shrine, taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. I can't fucking do Palpatine voice. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. Nobody, huh? Well, what would you say to a couple of level 1 jackoffs walking up there? I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you can rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a sign of my gratitude. Gratitude. Why don't you rebuild it so that you can fucking go north, idiot? Go now, warriors of light, and do not fail me. Let the legend come back to life. Alright, now I gotta fuck with some options real quick here. In the configurants. The bullshit configurants. Default message speed. Jack that shit up to fast. Window color. So this is fucking cool. A couple PSP games have... Well, actually, no, sorry. I say a couple PSP games have this, and what I mean by that is this game and Symphony of the Night have this. I forget how to actually... Oh, here we go. So I always like to do it... I kind of like having a little bit of a purplish... Oh, I forgot about it. There's like a gradient, yeah. I always like a purplish kind of thing like this, maybe a little bit. No, I think that's good. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I like that. I like that. How do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments. The game data has been saved. Okay, cool. So if I do that, so... Okay, so I can pick my slot then. Okay. 3 minutes. 3 minutes in, already loving it. So this game's sprite work is, like, incredible. I love it so much. Especially because I recently started playing the original game. Who do we got? Goblin! Dun, 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 dun. Dude. I'm always blown away at how much Final Fantasy nailed it on the first try with its music. Actually, sorry, let me... but yeah, so this game, I started playing the original NES version of Final Fantasy 1 recently on the NES Classic, because they haven't put it on, as the time of this recording, they have not put it on the fucking NES app on Switch yet. So I've been stuck playing it on the NES Classic. And that game is slow. To describe that game as glacial would not be doing it justice. That game is fucking slow. Alright? And it's like borderline impossible to play, it's so slow. Gotta buy... So I gotta get a hammer for Yub. I gotta get a rapier for Fark. And then staff to help... Well, actually, she already has a staff, so... And he's got a knife. Okay. So I think we'll roll with this for now. I'll have more gil after I speed up grind in a little while. Because I did play a little bit of this. I played just past Garland before, just to, you know, test everything out. And, dude, the speed up button helps this game so much. It doesn't, like, this version of this game doesn't need it. But it's still, like, it's just nice. It's like playing old Pokemon games with a speed up button, where, like, you know, they're great games, but they're just, you know, you want to get through them a little quicker sometimes, especially when you've already played them. Hi there, I'm a dancer. What's that? You want to dance with me too? Hee hee. The dancers act as they tell you where the fuck you're supposed to go if you've been away from the game for a little while, so I think that's really cool. But, yeah, I love the NES version of this game too. You're just not gonna... NES version of this game is really fucking cool. Partially just in going back and seeing what it was like back in the day. But yeah, it's a little rough to play through. But seeing the way the sprites transition, like, from that game to this game is really, really nice. So I'll get you fire, and then I always get sleep for my red mage. And I'll get thunder for you as well. Is there any other... This is like all the level 1 black magic, isn't it? In it. Get that for you too. And then yeah, I'll do thunder for him. So the way I tend to run these characters is my warrior, obviously warrior is just physical attacks. I've never actually done the class up thing. So like, Ursus was telling me that the warrior gets access to like level 1 white magic or something later on. and stuff like that, where some of the other classes will get stuff like that. And then Blink raises the... That's fine. I don't think I normally even buy Blink. But, so I've never classed up, but, so I'm going off these based on what they can learn now. But, I mean, I don't think the other classes really get much else when they rank up. But I run my Warrior, all physical shit, obviously. White Mage has, like, Cure and White Mage stuff. And then Black Mage is a Black Mage. And then my Red Mage, I actually run, like the, I guess, Saboteur class in 13. But sort of as a mixed black and white in that he's a buffer and a debuffer. So he gets, I'll put Sleep on him and I'll put Protect on him and stuff like that. And I kind of like that setup. It's always worked out for me in the past. I know, generally speaking, like, especially in the older game, Black Mage is kind of, like, worthless until endgame. But even so, like, having, area attacks, having Fire to hit every enemy is really nice. And whenever I don't have that, I miss it, so... We're just gonna take a little stroll up here. I might actually have to do some, off-screen grinding before we go fight Garland. But, this is one thing, too, where I can kind of mash, I could just mash A and, like, attack every enemy in sequence like this. And that's one of the problems with the old Final Fantasy, is because if you're not familiar with the old one, the way it works in that game is that you attack a slot, right? And if the enemy that you're attacking in that slot dies, and the next person was supposed to hit that enemy, it will not auto-target the next slot. It'll just swing at nothing, and you'll miss. And so, like... you kind of have to, like, keep track of who you've hit already and how much health they probably have and stuff like that. So it can be a little annoying at times. But yeah, I think I'm gonna speed up grind real quick and I'll be back in 1 second. Alrighty, grinding's over. One thing that I like starting this game over again is really relieving to me is like when I was playing the NES version, I got stuck in Elfheim, which we'll see in a little while, but I got stuck in the Elf Village for like a while because, you know, this is like, I guess if you care, like it's mild spoilers, I guess, but there's an area called Marsh Cave that we're going to come up to eventually that is like, it is fucked up Marsh Cave in the old game. And so I got stuck there for a while, and every time you go to a new town, it costs more to stay at the inn. So, like, I'm used to the inn costing $200, and now that the inn costs $50 for me again, I'm like, oh, it's like a fucking breath of fresh air. Wow, like, no enemy encounters on the... Okay, I was gonna say, like, we're just not running into anybody, which is fine by me, but, you know. Also, I did go through and, even though I forgot to immediately after I purchased them, I did go through and equip everything to everyone that I bought. So we're all strapped up and we're ready to go. In case you didn't see when I saved, I boosted everyone up to level 5. So not like over leveled, but you know, reasonably leveled, I think. That might be over leveled for this. I don't know, honestly. I know when I go into Marsh Cave, I want to be at least like 15. Because yeah, that area is fucked up, and they really like throw shit at you quick in this game because they like we'll start running into poison enemies like really quickly, and shortly after poison, like there's like poison enemies, and then there's like enemies that are only weak to magic and shit like that who take no physical damage and stuff, like right in Marsh Cave, and that's like 2 towns after this. Like they dive straight into it really quickly. The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. Who's there? Huh, the king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? You really think that you have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well. I, Garland, will knock you all down! Man, fucking Garland from Dissidia, like, this is a really cool version of Garland right here, but Garland from Dissidia is, like, one of the best designs in anything. This music, too. Hold on, I'm gonna let it rock for a second. This music is so good, and this was added later. The original Final Fantasy 1, I think it only had like 2 battle tracks. Actually, did it even have 2 battle tracks? I don't remember if it even had like final boss music, because I only know of the like battle theme, the regular battle theme. I feel like in Theater Rhythm, the 2 versions of like Chaos's theme and the boss theme are from like this game. I don't think they were in the original. Sarah.
Oh, thank you. Whoa.
You've come to rescue me. I don't know how I can ever thank you. I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. That's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please, accompany me to Castle Cornelia. Okay! Castle Cornelia, 2F. I love those fucking chocobos. The king! Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. I feel like I'm doing this more old manny than I was before. There can be no doubt that you are the warriors of light from Lucan's prophecy. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety, if I may. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors light shall come. If they cannot gather the shards of light, the darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now I hear that the crystal can be found in the continent to the north. Restoring light to the crystals is our only hope of ridding the world of monsters which plague it. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt as I promised. I pray that you succeed in restoring the light to the 4 crystals, and to the world.
Da-na-na-na, we did it.
Now everyone, converge on me. What do you got, Sarah? This lute has been entrusted to the Princess of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this lute as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you in your journey. Thank you. Oh, I obtained the lute. Look at my little hand. It's so cute. Little pixel hand. Alright. Now what do you got for me, Palpatine? The dancing girl in town knows many odd bits of information. If you stray from your path, try talking to her. She may know something about the dark side. Ugh. Anakin, did you know that there was a bad guy who could even stop pregnant women from dying? And Anakin's like, duh, tell me about this guy. They should make a Star Wars RPG. And no, I'm not going to acknowledge that that exists. Orders from His Majesty. What's to do a part to fulfill Lucan's prophecy? Yeah. Oh, you guys. You guys gotta beat that bridge off faster. Get that shit built. But boss, it's been broken for 70 years. Yeah, I know it's been broken for 70 years, Einstein, but we gotta get this bridge going. For the Warriors of Light and whatever. Forget about it. What does the bridge have to do with the prophecy? I don't know. Just get them across. I just want a paycheck. That's all I'm looking for here. They're not paying us to think. I love the little sleepy animation. A little spin. Here. First thing you do in the morning, do a little spin. Start your day off right. What about, I forgot what these little gnomes in here are talking about. What you guys talking about? Oh, equipment. Yeah, they're the tutorial guys, I guess. Not very effective since I never talked to them before. What about you, lady? This is Cornelia, the City of Dreams. Okay. I never, like, talked to NPCs much in this game, because they don't really often, like, I don't think they often have, like, things for you. Like, they don't really give you items, I don't think. They're just kind of like flavor text. This fucking screen is just so incredible. It's also really weird because, like, you know, the world map doesn't give you the sense of distance that this is giving us. But, like, that looks so far away. Like, imagine if they FF7 remake this game, like how massive it would actually be. It would all be big open field with nothing in it, but, you know, it would be gigantic. And so their quest began, as the 4 Warriors of Light, they felt overwhelmed by the great task destiny had placed before them. Old Man Pete is narrating this now. They did not even know the true significance of the 4. Crystals they had held in their hands. Fellas, don't hold that crystal. You'll never guess. The crystals that once, long ago, held a light that shone so brilliantly. You can do it, Pete. You can do it, Pete. You can do it, Pete. The time for their journey had come. The log lady stole my truck. Time to cast off the veil of darkness and bring the world once more to light. Jesus Christ. They couldn't have scrolled this any slower if they tried. Was this like the PSP's minimum scroll speed? And give it a little... Look, even speeding up, that like... Jesus Christ. Final Fantasy registered trademark.